So thank you very much for being here and to attend this seminar dedicated to IoT. I'm Samuel ROPERT. I'm head of IoT practice at IDATE. And today we're going to try to answer the central question of IoT is how to convert data privacy and security into risk into business opportunities. Just to begin as a, let's say, introduction and the context, we see that digital is transforming all the verticals and will impact all the industrial assets, infrastructure, which is related to the industrial assets. Of course, the development of the digital products and services, but also the relationship between the customer and their clients, between the industrial and their clients. So first, we're going to focus on infrastructure. The key topic here is the smart factory, which is related to the integration of ICT solution and more specifically IoT solutions into the whole manufacturing process, so sensors, connectivity, and services. The key objectives are various, but we can note the increase of overall performance of robots, the improvements of working conditions for the employees, and at the end of the day, it's to improve the overall efficiency of the manufacturing processes. And the bottom line is to make massive cost savings on the industrial side. Regarding the adoption, we can say that today it's quite limited, limited to basic IoT tools like, let's say, smartphone, tablets, wearables, and even smart glasses in few factories for employees. We see few sensor-based applications for now, just as a figure, illustrative figure. Over 90% of the industrial machines are not connected today. So big data and analytics tools usage should be popular from the next decades only. And among the top verticals in smart factory, we can say automotive and aeronautics at first, because they are upgrading their factories, but also energy and transportation, especially on the optimized network optimization. So the first roundtable will be dedicated to this topic, and the second roundtable will be devoted to the, let's say, the introduction of IoT solutions into end product and services, the industrial sale. So, as you may understood, IoT is one of the key enablers of the servicization strategy. And with more and more connected end products, new services should emerge. I mean, mainly thanks to the connectivity itself. I mean, remote control, remote monitoring, remote, etc. But services will also arise and will be based on the data which are generated by the devices, by the objects. And those services will be performed through big data and analytics, which will combine, process, aggregate different type of data to create new application, new services that industrial will be enabled to monetize. So as I mentioned, IoT is a key enabler of servicization. As a reminder, the main objective of servicization is obviously to generate new revenues because of value-added services, but it's also the opportunity to make higher margin compared to traditional product purchase, but it's also an opportunity to provide more predictable financial planning on the industrial side due to recurring revenue, as mainly services are based on subscription pricing. But IoT will also impact the relation between the industrials and the customer. And among the various benefits of servicization, we can mention the introduction of new business model, especially to better match and meet their clients' requirements. Let's say more OPEX and less CAPEX, to make it simple. And we saw, the arrival of a new business scheme like product as a service, which will lead to a new consumption paradigm from a pure product purchase to product combined with services to potentially services instead of products itself. And this is already the case in automotive, for instance, where giant OEMs are already transforming their companies from a pure motor company to mobility services company. So the question here is how to benefit from the IoT opportunities, and especially how to unlock the potential of the data. As you may understood, data is central here. So you should know that security and privacy are the top challenges. It's the name of it's the topic of the conference. So, and particularly in IoT, security and privacy are the biggest and by far the biggest issues. So the question is how to go beyond these issues and to unlock the various opportunities from IoT. Because IoT is all about data. Even today, when we look at the M2M market, M2M market is often considered as the version 1.0 of IoT. The 2/3 of the market, in the cellular market, the 2/3 of the market is coming from IT services, so data. So it's already the reality. And data, as I mentioned a few minutes ago, is at the core of the next generation business models. But today, data is not really used. Over 90% of the data generated by the objects is not used, processed, or analyzed. But we need to have in mind that there are strong differences between, especially in terms of adoption, strong difference between consumer and industrial market. In B2B, the data services are paid services for sure, but based on subscription. But the cost of the services is quite marginal compared to the cost of the machine purchase, especially in terms of total cost of ownership. So the adoption is quite limited today, that's right, but it's growing very fast, especially some application like predictive maintenance is gaining traction and is becoming already popular in various verticals. So why this situation is quite successful is because the ROI, the return on investment, is very fast and clear. And on the client perspective, industrial IoT enable them to make massive cost saving. So we've got a win-win configuration in this market, which is not exactly the same on the consumer market, as there are today few services in terms of adoption, few services in automotive, in smart home, even in healthcare or wellness markets. There are also paid applications, and in opposition to the previous example, in consumer world, the cost of the services are not marginal compared to the object. If we look at the wearables, for instance, a wearable object is around 100 euro, and to have coaching services, for instance, you need to pay 10 euro per month. So it's not marginal. You also have reluctant regulations regarding privacy as well. So we have a very, very low adoption of data-related services. So, I mean, the answer could be quite easy, and it's the question, should we kill privacy? It's a good question, especially according various surveys. People are less and less reluctant to share their personal data in exchange of discount or free services. But there are some conditions. They are not okay to share it with anybody. It also depends on the product. It also depends on the application, and most of the time it depends on the country or the geographical region. So, in practice, it could be a solution. In theory, it could be a solution, but in practice, it would be difficult to implement this idea. So, as a conclusion, consumer IoT adoption will take more time than industrial IoT, and by far. And just to finish, I will just mention some promotion thing, just to say that servicization is everywhere, even at IDATE. And as you may know, IDATE is not just only an event company. We also provide products, especially off-the-shelf reports, especially dedicated on IoT. And this presentation is an extract on a mix of different reports you can see on the slide. And we also provide services towards different clients with customized studies related to business modeling or pure technology aspects, eSIM, 5G, or LPWA. So feel free to visit our booth just outside the room next to the bar. Thanks a lot for your attention. I hope you will spend a interesting afternoon, and I would like to welcome on stage David Vasquez from Verizon. David, thank you.